Hello artists, today we're going to make this cute elephant and we're going to use different shapes for it to help us get just what we need. So I'm so excited for you. So today you're going to need a piece of paper, a pencil, and something to color with. I'm going to use chalk, but you can use whatever you would like. Now our first shape is going to be very big, and it's kind of like a lumpy circle oval. We don't want it to be a perfect circle. So I'm going to do that in pencil. I'm going to draw light in a few places where I know already I'm going to do some erasing. But you see about where that goes on your paper. Here's the middle of the paper. So there's a little bit on this side, but it's mostly way over there. Okay, so that will be right here. The next thing we're going to draw is the head and that trunk. You see how it's curving around? And it's so long, it's down by the feet. That's going to be way down here. So we're going to take a spot about here and come uphill a little bit, not too much. Then we're heading down. And I'm going to skip over that part because I know I'm going to put the tusk there. See, it gets bigger and then smaller. Okay, this is a good time for me to switch over to Sharpie. So I know you can see a lot better when I do that. Now, if you are allowed and you like to do an outline in Sharpie or anything else that would give you a nice black line, feel free to do that. But I would start with pencil, because then if you get something how you don't want it, you've got some chance to do some erasing. There's the back there. Okay, it's starting to look a little bit like an elephant. The next thing we're going to do is put in the two front legs. Now the front legs are going to come down longer than the back legs. And this part is going to be a little bit bigger. It's that curve there, like to show a thigh, which is bigger. If you think of where your thigh is on your body, it's bigger than the bottom of your leg. And going in a little bit there. Look how close I am to the bottom of the page. Super close. I'm going to do another one. It's going to get bigger and smaller, but it will be similar in size to that. Now we don't have to do that part because it's on the back side where we don't see. So we're just gonna, it's actually easier. Gonna do that one line. We're gonna come down the same amount. I'm gonna look at how wide that is so that I can get it a similar amount of width there. Now the two back legs are going to be on the inside here, and they're going to end up just a little bit higher. So I'm going to actually start with that. And next we're going to go to those great big ears. Don't you just love them? Now look at that shape. It's kind of unusual. Kind of had that in mind. And then in your papers and canvas, it has some step-by-step guides that will help you see. I'm going to practice with my finger. It's going to overlap this line, overlap, be super big, and fit right in here. Okay, I'm ready to go. Gonna just have a little part going up higher and showing that overlap. And on this side, it's coming close to the leg, very close. And then I'm gonna curve that line out quite a bit. There, I think that looks pretty good. Now next we're going to do the tusks, ivory tusks. And you notice this part right here? That's the skin that goes over the ivory tusk. So it's a little bit bigger so the tusk can fit inside of it. I'm going to just set that there. I think that might help us. So I'm going to do the skin. Let's see, I think right about here. And then I'm gonna do like a scoop line. There's one, or almost reminds me of like a sharp knife shape. And then on the back side, we only see a little bit of the sharp tusk. And it should look similar to the first one. All right. Now we've got to get a little tail in on this guy. So it's a thin little kind of like stem there, and then a nice fluffy ending. Reminds me of a paintbrush. And we're going to put an eye on, like the shape of a lemon. And that eye, and a little wrinkle. Elephants are pretty wrinkly. In fact, we're going to put some wrinkles along here. Just varying heights. Then it's more interesting with a little variety. Okay, well, time to get that belly in. I'm going to take that up a little, and in goes the belly. And this line comes up and over. And then time to erase. It's a super important part to erase, even though it's not fun to erase. But your picture looks so much better with all those erased lines gone. Now while I was erasing, I noticed something I forgot on my elephant. Did you notice anything that I forgot? I forgot his toenails. And I love elephant toenails. So let's get in roundy, roundy, roundy. Roundy, can you see? They're fun to do. Roundy, roundy. Perfect. I don't see anything else. Now we're just going to put in some simple bushes and a dirt line for a dirt path that he's on. So the dirt line, we're going to put it right there, but we have to hop over whenever there's part of the elephant showing. So I'm going to start about there, hop over and continue the line, hop over, and then hop over the trunk. I made it just a little curvy so it didn't seem perfectly straight like a cement road. This is a dirt road. Then the bushes are even simpler. It's just a couple of roundy lines. And there we go. So the reason I used chalk to do my coloring is because it had a gray. And you might not have a gray crayon or a gray marker, but elephants can be different colors. You could do an elephant in blue, or black very lightly would be gray, or you could do brown. So you can decide what color you want to do it. I'm going to show you how I did mine. And I used a gray chalk, and I actually also used a little light blue. Can you tell in there there's some light blue? So I just rubbed it on its side. I want to put a book under here because the paper I was using had a texture on it, and I don't want that texture. I'm trying to not get it on the eye. The more you use it, the better it gets. Sometimes it has kind of a coating on it, and if you can get that off, then it spreads a lot better. But I also don't mind it looking kind of spotted. I think it looks interesting. Or you could draw with it, like you use a pencil. And you can also rub it with your finger or a little bit of Kleenex, and it rubs down. So this is something you can kind of experiment with a little bit. Now that kind of shows some shading, which I kind of like that. Like the shadows are on the right side. And underneath the ear, maybe there's some shadows. Okay, I'm going to put a little blue on there too. Yeah, I had another one. This works way better because that coating is off of it. And that just brings down the gray a little bit. Mixes them both together. Rubbing a little bit hard though. Kind of have to. It is easier just to use it like a pencil, I'm seeing. You can see how much easier that is. And I used green for the background, like that. You could mix other colors into that green too. And let's see, what else? Let's do our blue sky. That's working good. And you could mix purple and pink in there, whatever sounds fun to you. And put a little brown in here. And there you go. Then you have a great elephant picture. I'll put this one here. You can say I put purple in the sky. So have fun making your elephant, and I can't wait to see what you do. Good luck with your project. Bye-bye.